Hello everybody and welcome back. We have parts. So JLC PCB came through and I got the PCBs for the diesel heater thermostat that I ordered, and I already had a look inside and I'm pretty happy with what I got, but not entirely. So here we have one of the boards. This is the size. You can easily make out it's not that big, but it's also not that small. And I think it's a pretty good size for getting all the components on and still being able to read it. Yeah. So I already took one of these boards and I tested it, and I have to say I'm mostly happy with it, although I did make a few boo-boos. If we take the board that I built and have a look at that, it sure looks nice, but there are a few things that did not go to plan, and I'm going to have to address those in the next revision of the board, but I mean, that was expected. So what happened? The first thing that happened, you can probably see this on here. This antenna should really be over in that edge here. This board is the wrong way around, and when I mounted it, it resulted in the death of a 433 megahertz transmitter. Too bad I didn't record that because it was nicely fiery and smoky. So the first thing that needs to happen is this part here. It needs to be rotated 180 degrees. Also, both of these transmitter and receiver, they come with a 90-degree connector, and when I had that connector and I put it on, I realized that you have to move this part basically 5 millimeters away, because, well, the connections don't really come out the bottom like they do here, but they basically take the long way around. So this one here has to move down 5 millimeters, and that one here also has to move down 5 millimeters. Then we don't have enough room for this capacitor, so this capacitor needs to move here to go in that corner, and this capacitor needs to move down here. Apart from that, everything was correct. Oh no, this connector here needs to move 2.5 millimeters over here, because I didn't get the spacing correct. So, but apart from that, almost everything went according to plan. Only that these 7-segment modules that I bought from Amazon, although they are they're not supposed to be clock modules, they are. So the decimal points don't work, but the separator colon does. So I will have to order different 7-segment LCDs. That's why I painted this dot in white, just to make sure that I know where my decimal point needs to be. Yeah. Then I did the assembly. As you can see, I purposefully left the Arduino floating a little bit higher, as well as the BME connector, Why did I do this? Because if this doesn't work, then I can still cut these legs off from the side and I don't have to unsolder everything or just buy a new Arduino. So I can still salvage some of the stuff on here. Yeah. But apart from that, I really like the size. I like the way it looks. It also works fairly well. If I plug it in, it should power up. I reworked some of the software that's on here, mostly having to do with the layout of the buttons. So this here is the plus and the minus. I want to have this one up here as the power button, and these one here are going to get extra functions for a timer and a high-low setting. And yeah, apart from that, that's it. I went through the rework of the software and I'm almost ready to put that onto a publicly available repository. And yeah, basically that's already it. The whole part setup is basically done. Sometime next week I'm going to order a second set of PCBs maybe. I can also wait a little bit, I don't know yet. I'm still debating whether I want to have two mounting holes up in the corners up here, or if I will make a 3D print where this just sits in snug and the separate pieces of the case hold it together and in place. I haven't decided yet, and I don't think it's that important. So right now this is waiting for the CO2 sensor to have valid readings. This takes a bit of time, and what's even more important is when you power this up for the first time, you really need to know that it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for the first good measurements to come in. If I'll turn the lights off a little bit, we can also see that the display looks very nice. It would be even nicer if the decimal point was working, but apart from that, yeah, that's okay. We can raise the temperature, we can lower the temperature, and it will pick that up right away. We also have the possibility to do a long press in order to get the other measurements that this thing can do. For example, we can have the air quality, which is basically just the number, but the worse this number is, or the higher the number it goes, the more problematic substances found in the air. And we also have a humidity display, which displays the humidity in percent. It's really nice, and most of the functionality already works quite well. So I'm kind of looking forward to posting the PCB layout and the source code, and then we can get into discussions about what functions we would like to have and what type of functions we don't need. Also, I haven't decided yet what to do with the power plug. 12 volt, 5 volt. I don't know yet, because yeah, it's just not decided. That was a very short update. Thank you very much for watching, and bye bye.